when the center awakens, it enters in resonance with the very center of our consciousness in our heart, the center of our identity, the center, as some call it, the center of our soul. And the center of the human soul, the center of the human consciousness, also awakes and starts to look for an answer, because life in that very moment becomes something very strange. All the personal goals or all the egocentric objectives, they tend to become something different. They lose their colors. It's shining. The person, the human consciousness, starts to look for something deeper, for something different. If this person actually starts a path based on that force that has already awakened in him or her, and not through exercises or practices, but because of a true yearning of the heart of the human consciousness, but also a yearning from the heart of the human microcosm, then that person can start a process of transformation. It is as if this Kundalini, this vortex of power, started to gradually unfold. You may look at this as a vortex of energy, but you can also look at this as a rosebud that is blossoming. And this new center of power that starts to awaken in the human heart has the ability, has the capability of transforming the second center of the human awareness that lies in our head, in our consciousness, or as the universal teaching calls it, the sanctuary of the head, because that's what it should become. And when this power has grown strong enough to start transforming in a permanent way the center of the head, then it can also flow to our reality of life. In the region where our karma, the heritage of the past, the biological heritage of all mankind lies, that is the sanctuary of life. And through the combination of this voice of the silence that resounds in our hearts and a new awareness that awakens in our consciousness, we can gradually start changing our lives based on it. Not through a forced attitude, but through self-knowledge. Through the yearning of the heart and through the self-knowledge that starts to awaken in our minds. And then a new attitude towards life, a new inner attitude starts to blossom, starts to rise. And then the circuit is closed. And after countless turns, countless interactions, countless cycles of this force that actually, dear friends, circulate through the sympathetic and parasympathetic system that is around our central spinal cord, we start to create a new system, a new serpent fire system, as we call it, because our spinal cord and with the systems that lie around it is truly, the main pillar of energy, where the energy of our consciousness becomes the state of being of ourselves in our lives. This is what we call, in the spiritual school, a new consciousness, a new awareness, and a new state of life. It is the transformation of all the forces and all the power that actually circulate in the human being, but not through forced practices or through occult exercises that have the purpose of making the ego more powerful. Actually, it is a true self-surrender of the human ego, the true divine original particle that lies within his or her own heart, but also is the center of his microcosm. When this process advances, then a final transformation can take place. A transformation where, through the inflow of the universal energy that we call the Spirit, through the 7 aspects of this energy that we call the Spirit, or the 7 rays of the Spirit, then all the 7 centers of our astral body can be transformed as well. And not only the astral body, but the mental body, the astral body itself, and also the etheric gown, or the etheric body itself, or the lines of force that actually create the superior part of the etheric body. And when this process is concluded, then all the 7 centers are transformed through the unification, through the true unity of the 3 centers of the Kundalini force, based on the Kundalini of the heart, that is Atman, the rose, the lotus flower, or the spirit spark in your heart.